Here are the Bible facts regarding the word Antichrist. Are you ready? Bible fact number 1. The word Antichrist does not appear a single time in the book of Revelation. Let that sink in for a minute. Not a single time. I don't care what version you read, from the King James Version to the New Living Translation to the New International Version to the New American Standard Bible. Not a single time. Look it up in the concordance. Not a single time in the book of Revelation. Bible fact number 2. The word Antichrist appears in 1 John 2:18. Dear children, this is the last hour. And as you have heard that the Antichrist is coming, even now many Antichrists have come. This is how we know it is the last hour. Let's try it with another version of the Bible. You ready? This is the King James Version. Little children, it is the last time. And as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. So here's a recap from that verse alone, just that verse. The last hour was about 2,000 years ago when John wrote that letter. Many Antichrists had already come, and the coming Antichrist was something that John's readers knew about or had heard was coming. Let that sink in. Here's Bible fact number 3. The word Antichrist appears a second time in 1 John 2, verse 22. This is just a couple of verses later. Who is the liar? It is whoever denies that Jesus is the Christ. Such a person is the Antichrist, denying the Father and the Son. Let's look at it in the King James Version. Who is a liar but he that denieth that Jesus is the Christ? He is Antichrist, that denieth the Father and the Son. So here's something to remember. John's language is present tense, not future tense. He's talking about something happening as he was writing that letter. And he says that the Antichrist is a category of people, not a particular entity. Let that sink in. That's weird. Bible fact number 4, the word Antichrist appears a third time in 1 John 4, verse 3. Let's read that. But every spirit that does not acknowledge Jesus is not from God. This is the spirit of the Antichrist, which you have heard is coming, and even now is already in the world. Let's make sure that we're looking at this correctly for those of you who like the King James Version. It says the same thing. 1 John 4:3, and every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is in the world. So in this passage, John says that anyone with a spirit who does not confess Jesus is from God is the Antichrist. And the Antichrist was now, at the time John was writing his letter, already in the world. He describes a category of people who had a spirit denying that Jesus came from God, who existed 2,000 years ago. Let that sink in. Bible fact number 5, the word Antichrist appears the 4th time, and it only appears 4 times in the entire Bible. It appears the 4th time in 2 John 1:7. Let's go on ahead and read it. I say this because many deceivers who do not acknowledge Jesus Christ as coming in the flesh have gone out into the world. Any such person is the deceiver and the Antichrist. Let's look at it in the King James Version. For many deceivers are entered into the world who confess not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh. This is a deceiver and an Antichrist. So John is speaking in the present tense again about what was happening 2,000 years ago when he wrote his letter. Let that sink in. That's very interesting. So Bible fact number 6. The Bible does not mention any time, anywhere, in any way that the beast of Revelation is the Antichrist. This video isn't meant to discourage you. It's not meant to question your eschatology, but it is meant to ask you to look at the Bible and see what it says. Am I saying that the beast is not an Antichrist? No, I'm not saying that. I'm pretty sure that the beast of Revelation is Antichrist. Am I saying that the man of lawlessness is not Antichrist? I'm not saying that at all. The man of lawlessness is most definitely an Antichrist. Am I saying that there is not one single Antichrist that the Bible refers to? That's exactly what I'm saying. Antichrist is anyone who denies Jesus is the Messiah. It's anyone who denies Jesus is the Christ. And there are lots of people in the world that deny that. And according to the Bible definition, they are all Antichrist. Now, is one of those Antichrists out there, and there are many, there are millions, billions, is one of them the beast? Wow, maybe so. Is one of them the man of lawlessness? Wow, maybe so. Maybe so. Is one of them going to usher in the tribulation? Maybe so. Maybe so. The fact of the matter is, you and I, every single person who's watching this video, believes that Jesus is the Son of God. You and I are eagerly waiting for Jesus to return. You and I are living our lives every day with the expectation that today could be the day that Jesus returns. And when he does return, and he will return, when he does return, you and I need to realize what our role is in his return. We are in the reception party, not the planning committee. The fact of the matter is that Jesus came 2,000 years ago. And when he came with his virgin birth and being born in Bethlehem and coming up from Egypt and living in Nazareth and all of these prophecies that he fulfilled, do you know that most of them, that we look back on and say, oh, it's so obvious. Most of those prophecies, the experts of the time got wrong. He was not what they were expecting. Why should we believe that our predictions, our interpretations are the right ones? Jesus is probably going to return, and every single person on the planet is going to look at their eschatology and just laugh and laugh because we were all wrong. And there's nothing wrong with that. Your eschatology should be this. Are you ready? Live your life like Jesus is going to come in an hour and a half. What can you do in an hour and a half that will bring glory to God? Thanks for watching.